Join the savage tribe. New takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
All right, and welcome back, everybody.
Let's
as I call
go.
everyone back onto the panel. Let's go. All right.
Yo.
Still working it out. How's everyone doing? We're going to check in with the chat and with our panel. We have Lex in the chat, and we have Lex in the panel. It's 2 for 2. How you doing, Lex? Thanks for joining us on the first stream.
Do well. Happy to be here.
Awesome.
For those of
It's
you who
good to
may
have
or may
you.
not know me, I'm a school teacher. I mostly talk about theology things on X and Twitter and all that, but I do have a bit of a hobby in pop culture, and you can find me around chats and a lot of small channels.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've had a few wonderful discussions, I think, on X. We some good theological debating, and it's always fun. And we also have Bats. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us first time on the stream. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. Welcome.
Absolutely. Be great to get your perspective on things. We, it's not just politics. We do have some culture war stuff and just stuff in general. And Magnum,
Absolutely.
as always, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
I'm great. Nice to meet Bats and Lex, and hopefully don't have to listen to myself ramble. So,
Hey, same for me too. And
Yeah.
Corn Boy, how you doing? Thanks for joining us as always.
Happy to be here, man. Let's get it on.
Absolutely. And chat, I see you guys are just here already. It's great for your support. Alex, we got Legatus. I made you a mod. Thank you. We see you in all the chats. We have Jake Martin, as always. It's great to see you. Just JK. It's great to see. We have the whole gang in the chat already. And to start off, we have a few funny things we always have to start off with. So this week, the official White House LinkedIn profile was updated. Trump is trolling Obama on LinkedIn by changing the White House's icon. And it says here, former President of the United States of America. So just pretty cool. You see a little trolling. Always, presidents throwing it back up in each other's face. You are the former president, not the sitting president. Good reminder, I do think. And this was posted by Epic Mike. We're all familiar with Miki. So this is a real photo, not to jump scare everyone. This is California's Latifah Simon. She made history as the first legally blind Muslim congresswoman, black lady. She's already been called a, quote, rising star by some in the media and was mentored by Kamala Harris. Could this be the future of the Democratic Party? I don't know.
could
What do you
only
guys
hope.
think? Yeah, the only hope. What do you guys think? Do you think she's going to make it as Democrat frontrunner? I mean, what do you guys think? Any future for this lady, or is it just
After all those clips I saw of the DNC and their voting processes and all that, man, just keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
I agree, guys. Just double down. Keep. Yeah, I think Jake got it. He said what we're all not so willing to say sometimes, and we appreciate it. But
I was just thinking
so-
it's a future that looks rather dim.
I was
Yes.
gonna say she traded her eyesight for it, you know.
that's very
yeah, I almost stepped in it by calling her cross-eyed, and then I found out she's blind.
It's I know.
true. She's legally blind. She is a legally blind Muslim congresswoman.
I can't see where they could go wrong with this.
Yeah, I can't see how either. I just can't see. I see no road ahead for her. And while we're making fun of cripples, we have a sexual predator that was arrested by ICE. He's a vertically challenged individual, and the official ICE New Orleans account posted this today, and it's already made the headlines as. But I just got to say, the fact this guy has a large criminal history, a lot of convictions, indecent behavior, a lot of horrible stuff actually, and but they got him. They picked him up off the streets, and he's going back to wherever it is he came from.
They did literally pick him up too.
Can they
They
just
did
use?
literally pick him up. Yes.
Can they just use the catapult?
Yeah. They sent him back to
Did they
Guatemala.
toss him in the van?
Yes, they did.
Just got some
One-handed.
party balloons.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you pulled that up, I legit thought, oh, why they got this guy sitting on the ground next to a van, and then you scroll
know.
down. I went,
Yes.
oh no.
Nope, he is standing fully, and so that was perfect. And the White House account on X already made a meme of it, the deportation edition Labubu doll. So,
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
Peter
so-
Dinklage's take on this?
oh, Peter Dinklage is probably saying only only he can play illegal.
I was gonna say
immigrants.
he doesn't want him to have a job.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah, maybe Peter Dinklage will support deportations in this case. I mean, you never really know. It's
Yeah, he's
possible.
been known for pulling up the ladder, so
That's very true, and or the step stool in the case of some of these people, which is all right. Now we all know Don Lemon, former CNN host, former talk show talking head on the garbage network that is CNN. Well, he was confronted on the street. He was doing a little man on the street thing, talking to people. Warning: there's a little bit of language in this, but he walks up to this guy, and basically the guy recognized him right off the bat. And let's just see how this went down. 30-something seconds.
How you doing, sir? Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
Don.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, oh, that's very nice.
Nice to see you.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say, and I've heard a
Who
whole
you-
bunch of what you've
I'm glad
had to
you
say.
watched me.
No, I don't.
Why?
But you just get clipped.
He's
every-
shriveling.
I know, but why don't
He
you?
is.
You said you don't watch me, but
It's
yet
terrifying.
you know who I am,
Well,
and I
you
get
know,
clipped.
before I realized that CNN and MSNBC were full of shit, every once in a while I'd
What
see
do you
you
watch?
talking.
He's
I watch
speaking.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but
What
why
we
do
all
you say
thinking.
CNN and MSNBC are full of shit?
Because they lie.
But about what? Be
Everything.
specific. What's everything?
It's perfect. Perfect. So I had to share that. Perfect. The guy said what we're all thinking, I think.
Somebody needs to do the
CNN
lines of like the alpha position and the the beta position
Yes.
because yeah,
Absolutely. The line, Don is leaning in, the guy's leaning
Yeah.
back. Exactly right. The posturing. And yeah, that was perfect. And frankly, no one likes Don Lemon, I don't think. One more thing. We dodged a bullet last November. I'm telling you right now, look at this. Most recent clip from cackling Kamala herself. Look at this. She was on a little interview stage, da-da-da. Guys, this was almost our president. Think about that for a second.
We have to stay woke. Like everybody needs to be woke. and you can talk about if you're
The
the
laugh,
wokest or
tackle.
woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah. We have to stay woke.
That's someone who drinks. That's somebody who drinks. That's somebody who enjoys alcohol greatly, I think.
well, I drink and I don't sound like that. I mean, look at the lady. Look at the lady
Please
next
keep
to
her
her.
in the spotlight. Keep her on stage. Keep spreading
Yes.
your message. Need more like her.
Look at the lady
say
next to her. She's like, what are you laughing at? Like, this is not funny at all.
the
I
joke's
agree.
not landing. You can't laugh and make
No.
it better.
No, laughing doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. I say Kamala for Democratic nominee 2028. I fully endorse her to be the Democratic nominee. Go
Or
for
at
it.
least have outlandish influence on what becomes of the party. Yes, they'll need her input.
Absolutely.
She truly
Absolutely.
earned that nickname, Cackling Kamala. So
Oh, absolutely. She embodies that perfectly. She is the cackling witch of the West Coast. But so we all know that the left just loves Elon Musk. He for all his faults, all his positives, whatever. At Burning Man, which is that crazy hippie festival out west, they had a massive "F-U Elon" sign that was built, and it was posted all over the internet, posted to X, which is ironically the site that Elon owns and runs, and it was also posted via.
They have internet out there.
How did they post it out in such a remote area? Oh, wait a minute. That is a Starlink, which is also owned by Elon. So via Starlink, it was posted through his internet provider onto his site, a sign saying "F you, Elon." So
He probably finds it funny.
he
Oh,
probably does. I bet he loves it.
He
Elon
probably put it
loves
out
that type
there.
of stuff. He probably did, just for the memes alone. But that was simply perfect, in my opinion. And another funny thing, Pete Hegseth. I'm a big fan of Pete. The more that time goes on, I had my questions. He's not perfect, but this is the type of engagement I want to see from our people in office. This is a person who was a Navy commander, and apparently a medical director for, quote, transgender healthcare at Naval Center in California. This person, all pronouns in bio, she, her, transgender medicine. And Pete just responds with this person, pronouns updated, she, her, fired. So no more transgender nonsense in our military going forward, which I think is a massive win. You know, I've not served myself. Betts, I believe, have you served, right? Correct? You were in the
I
military?
have, yeah, 8
Yep.
years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a little bit kind of out of the know right now with what's been happening in the military. But yeah, that stuff was happening. They were pushing it hard. Even when I was in, like, at the tail end, they were trying to, like, force us to go to like, do fucking transgender training. It was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like right before I got out.
Kick people out for not getting vaxxed too, right? So
That I got out literally right before COVID happened. So
Trying
right
to
when I
do
got
that.
my freedom, we went on lockdown.
Wow. Talk about
timing.
timing, though. Yeah.
Yeah, at least you
Man.
didn't have to serve through the Biden years. That would have been horrible.
That's true.
That I can only imagine. But yeah. So I'm glad, I just nonetheless glad to see Pete putting it out there. That's what we need more of. And speaking of which, the Department of Defense this week was renamed to the Department of War, its old former name. And so President Trump signed, well, it says will, but it has passed, will sign an executive order on Friday restoring the DoD to its original name, the Department of War. So it's been a very, it's been a highly contested thing. People are like, oh, are we warmongering? Are we going to war? But that's its historical name. That's what it originally was. And in my opinion, it's more
No
of
need to be PC.
It's accurate.
it's
No, it's true. It's kind of like harmful to not be like upfront about it. Like, man, you talk to some of these like young guys in the military and stuff like that, and you're just like, hey, what's the purpose of the Air Force? And they'll be like, to fly or whatever. I'm like, to kill the enemy as efficiently as possible.
Yes.
Like that's everyone. It doesn't matter if you're Air Force. That's your fucking mission. Sorry, version.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah.
but it's true. You know, Department of Defense. What are you doing? You know,
Yeah,
putting
where are
up
they dropping the
guardrails?
bombs? Are they dropping the bombs here? No, like they're defending us overseas. So it's
Right.
Department of War. You know,
Defense by offense equals war.
And speaking of defending overseas, this week we sent some gifts to some Venezuelan drug dealers that were out on the open seas. And as you can see here, President Trump was having a good time. He has his Xbox controller, and we drone struck some members there. He's playing some good. He's a gamer, actually. So pretty cool to see. And
I wouldn't just call them drug dealers, though. Those are narco terrorists.
those are narco terrorists. Yes,
What's
they're
his
enemies
KD?
of the United States.
what's his KD ratio?
Yeah, pretty. I bet the
12-0
Well,
so far.
It's
12
positive.
and 0 so far. Yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, I agree. Based moment. A lot of people were complaining about this. You know, the Krasensteins were very upset. The Krasenstein brothers. They were saying that we're basically terrorists for doing that. And our vice president, J.D. Vance, had a few comments to say about that. And I happen to agree with him. J.D. Vance said here, killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. Frankly, I couldn't agree more. These people are murdering our people en masse here, frankly. They're poisoning our citizens, and I think everybody knows somebody who has been affected by drug issues. And it's unfortunate. And these people are funneling these, like you said, narco-terrorism. Cornboy, you said it perfectly. So, in response to that, you guys are familiar. Are you guys all familiar with the Krasensteins? Brian Krasenstein,
Aren't they
lefty.
like midgets also?
Yeah, they're quite short. They look like the guy that got deported a little bit, especially standing next to
I've seen him
RFK.
recently because of this tweet for sure.
Yes, and so in response to what we just read, Brian Krasenstein, he's a wacko in my opinion. He's just whatever. He says killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. And Vice President Vance said, I don't give a shit what you call it. And frankly, men are in control of this country again. Men are in control of the country, patriots in control, and I'm good with it. You know, we can debate about a little bit of vulgarity, whatever, but, you know, I'd rather him say it as it is instead of beating around the bush and lying.
They can only
And,
see in one direction. Do you notice that? Because you could easily flip that statement back onto the cartels.
Oh, absolutely. No,
They've been
absolutely.
committing war crimes all the time, every single day. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, and no sympathy for the cartels. They are the worst of the worst. You talk about human rights violations. You know, we
same
talk about
people
the
as doing
issues.
human trafficking as well. These are the same people.
Yes,
So,
yes. Talk about human rights violations. These people are at the top of that list. They are evil scum of the earth. It's not just drugs. It's abuse, and it's horrible stuff. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I got to go around just right off the bat. What do you think of our vice president's response to this? Anybody, whatever you guys think. What do you think?
It's perfect. I mean, honestly, like it's just short, simple. Like also not bothering to actually answer his question because like, what's the point of actually giving the nuanced answer? There's not. So it's just like we're done with that, and it's signaling to everyone like, hey guys, just say what we mean.
I think this is why he's going to win. He's potentially going to win the popular vote in 2028 because people identify with this type of language. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it's not political.
Exactly.
It's not a politician talking. You know what I mean?
Very true. Yeah, it's no more of
it's
the
frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn moment.
Yeah, bad is bad, good is good. Kill the enemy.
Yeah.
Big reason why Trump won initially was just people were so tired of the PC talk, right? Like that was, was really big then, and a lot of the things that people were saying that even a lot of people from the left couldn't argue was like, yeah, I'm tired of the PC stuff, and so it's just
absolutely,
like, yep.
And he can hang with the best.
Straight, we can take it.
And he can hang with the best when it comes to politics talking. So
for sure.
But then he pulls this out. It's perfect.
I love it. Frankly, I love it. Lex, what do you think from your perspective?
Civilians is such a loaded term for what's happening here. Well, because that's what his whole thing is. Like killing citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. I mean, not to be pedantic, although I am a school teacher, but normally we would want to say there's a war before there's a war crime, but also calling them civilians.
Drug traffickers, yes.
Yes.
It's tricky because
once you engage in international terrorism, I don't think you would be civilians anymore.
Plus, you don't you don't get due process if you're not an American citizen either. So
right, it's not like the Taliban are like part of the military, the Afghani military. Are they civilians too? Like, what are we classifying as a civilian? Get out of here.
Well, in this case, you're calling whoever we want to defend today is completely innocent and a civilian and is the victim of American aggression.
They're saying the same thing
Orange
about
Man bad.
Saying the same thing about illegal immigrants who are criminals, murderers.
But I don't think you get to call people civilians when they're trafficking in drugs and other human beings more often.
Terrorism.
That's like this is not just a civilian organization. And have you seen some of those cartels? They're more militarized than police forces.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, would it be better if it was the Mexican military too? Like, what are we talking about here?
I doubt they would have complained if it was the Mexican military that engaged.
And an attack in our country doesn't have to compose of guns. You know, it can compose of other things that hurt our country. So they're attackers.
Fentanyl kills more than anything else. It's not even close.
Very true.
And if anyone from the Midwest is fully aware,
fentanyl and abortion, the two greatest killers in our nation, and they never talk about that stuff, and they don't care because they're the left. And I think the great point was made too. These people are better equipped than some of our military because, like, they are rocking 50 cals, they're rocking RPGs, they have everything. They have everything you could possibly want. Black market access to the greatest firepower that's available, and I think engage with them with, no.
So this might be hyperbole, but I heard
no
there was enough fentanyl on that boat to kill 2 million people or something, and then maybe they're exaggerating, but
I mean, a brick of fentanyl is enough to kill 2 million people. So, like, any amount is big.
It takes very, very little. I've heard situations where police officers have been investigating people's homes and they just close a drawer too quickly and a little puff of smoke comes up, and just contacting it can overdose.
And not to drag this on too long, but the biggest reason people are overdosing is because they're buying other drugs like cocaine or heroin and then it gets laced with fentanyl. They had no idea it was in there, and then they overdose. So that's how it's they're not even looking for it, and it's killing them.
Very, very true.
It's very
And that's
violent.
apparently what's been reported about the Venezuelan drug gangs is that they're taking the cocaine from Colombia and lacing it with fentanyl from China and sending it to the U.S.
Because you make a lot more money with a cheaper drug mixing it with a more expensive one. You know?
Exactly.
Absolutely right.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah,
No.
especially now.
It's a bad time to start.
Maybe in the 70s and 80s, or, even 20 years ago, but not now. Definitely not now.
Absolutely right. Yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
true.
geez, what happened to heroin? Oh, wait, the Taliban took back over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting
So,
you don't hear about heroin too much anymore, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's
No.
all over-the-counter opioids and fentanyl. And yeah.
But I think we put a good nail in that coffin. I think that's just ultimately. I think they took a good action this week, and
Keep doing
I'm not
it.
complaining. Keep doing
Keep it up. Keep it up. I want to see boats blowing up every day.
I agree. I want to share this real quick. A little off subject. I do want to remind everyone we are live on Kick as well. We're live on YouTube, X, and Kick. We are monetized now on Kick. And I just wanted to point that out. Linked at the top of the chat. We are always live on Kick. So if we ever have issues on YouTube, you guys know where to go. We're also on Kick. So I have to point that out. People remind me, hey, point that out. I got to do it more often. But moving on. This has been a horrible story this week. We're not going to beat a dead horse, but I wanted to get people's reactions to this. I have several tabs of people on X who reacted to it. But this is indeed the image that killed the Democrats in 2026. We're familiar. Magnum, you mentioned this was in your state. This was a horrible situation. This young girl from Ukraine was murdered by this horrible guy on this train. And brutally, it was horrible. And I don't even want to leave that on the screen right now. But she was on the train minding her own business, and this animal attacked her, and the media has not covered it at all. So, Magnum, can you tell me this area? You probably know it better than I do. How does the legal system? Where are the political demographics like in that area?
All right, so I don't know the area that well. I moved to North Carolina about 2.5 years ago, but I know the cities to avoid are areas of Charlotte, and then the city that I work in is Durham, which has a shitload of crime, and I had my car broken into. But basically what it comes down to is these Democrat cities, and this is completely run by Democrats, and the judge let him out like 14 times. If you look at all the record and stuff, and he's a violent offender.
Yes.
If you go to these cities, you better come strapped, and you better drive straight home, because that's what I do when I go to work and come home. Do not ride on public transportation.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, it's Democrat-run cities in an overall wonderful state. So
well, I was reading that
state.
the judge in this case in this area runs her own diversion center, like non-jail, go here counseling and all that, and she keeps repeating he sends them to her center to make money off of them from the state.
Yes. It's a total
and then
scam.
let them back out in the public.
And the leftist-controlled media has not covered it at all. Anything we know about it is from social media.
And these judges are not being held accountable for it either. And
no, they're not.
It's got to end.
No, they're not. Yeah. And a lot of people have been outraged. A lot of the information we've gotten from this has been from X, essentially. And she ran from war in Ukraine. She came here for safety, and she died. She was 23. And it's very interesting when you notice she had the Ukraine stuff all in her bio, and none of the people on the left who fly all the Ukraine flags have said a peep about it. They don't seem to care whatsoever. And Jeremy, D-Day Cobra, head of G&G, he commented, and I think this sums it up very well. This has to be the moment that ends the leftist BS. We can't let this story go away. And I very much agree. Keep reposting it. Get it out there. Make sure people see it, because a career criminal black man murdered a beautiful white girl. She was a Ukrainian refugee, and she was murdered in the United States of America for being white. So she fled a war zone, came to the United States, and was murdered here. This is where she died, not the war zone. The mainstream media and the left won't touch this story because there's absolutely zero way for them to spin it. Force them to address it. Thankfully, President Trump is just doing that. Never forget this moment. Never forget it. And it's just a horrible image. The video I will not even be showing. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so I agree with Jeremy. Keep talking about it. Don't let it go be swept under the rug. And the president of El Salvador, he even said, "You don't hate the media enough," in response to. So this has gotten international attention. Other national leaders are talking about it.
Yeah. So this isn't even a mental health issue. This is a criminal justice issue.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it is.
He got arrested 14 times before this.
Absolutely.
This is a local DAs being co-opted by activism issue.
Activist judges.
And the judges,
I agree with Cole Hauser. Why would the mainstream media cover this? It doesn't fit the narrative. If she was black and the attacker was white, it would be headline news. They'd be running with it 24/7. You know, like for instance, people were posting the George Floyd situation versus this. They didn't shut up about George Floyd for 2 years, but this not a peep.
And a block away.
And that's a major reason why the attitudes are the way they are, because they spotlight the things they want to spotlight.
And there was a protest a block away from my house complaining about Trump cleaning up crimes in these cities.
It's so crazy.
Just a week ago.
And then, like, with the left, I'm with, like, I like the idea of public transportation, but, like, but hell no, if, like, you can't keep them safe, like, this is crazy. And, like, look, over half the active duty military aren't doing anything most of the time.
Give him a job on a train.
Yeah, like, put them.
Let him ride the train all day. What's wrong with that?
I know. I have no problem with having our military do that to keep things a little bit safer. And I mean, I remember the news covering them like having to clean stuff. I'm like, dude, that's what the military does. Like,
yes, yeah.
I think
it has a lot of. Oh, go ahead, Lex. Yeah.
To say, two things come to mind about this story, which I have only seen reported on X. Now, granted, I don't really go on a whole lot of any other news websites anymore because I know they're not going to actually give me anything useful. I've only seen people talking about it there. Only seen one, type of people talking about it there even.
Yes.
And one of my friends put it really well. She just said the reason the mainstream media isn't covering the attack is because any journalist who touches the story will be cast out of the social circle immediately. And it's better to have society be damaged than your reputation amongst that peer group. And then another friend who's not so politically sensitive straight up just said, this is why men need to conceal carry all the time.
Yeah, 24/7. I absolute believer in that. 24/7, no exceptions. I'm a practitioner.
Because this guy got off the train and nobody.
Do we know how late was this when it happened?
I don't know. I don't know the time of day. I really don't. But yeah, horrible situation. But Lex, I totally agree too. Conceal carry 24/7.
Yeah, and when you're in these Democrat cities, there's random stragglers running around, and occasionally you'll get one look at you real funny, and I'm just like, damn, if I didn't have my pistol with me, who knows what this guy's gonna do? Because like when a crazy person looks at you and they give you the crazy eye,
dude, I was
take it seriously.
I was on a train with my wife, and it was like really late at night. We're coming back from like the airport or something like that, and there was just a dude just back there, usual suspect, just. And then I put my backpack. I'm like, all right, get ready to fucking. Sorry, I keep raising to swing this thing, heavy backpack, and I'm looking. There's one other guy in the train station. We're giving the same look, and you could tell we're thinking the same thing. Like, all right, if he gets up, we're acting right, and it's just like, man, I shouldn't be in that situation. Like, none of us.
You shouldn't have to be. No, especially in this country, we supposedly say we're the safest. Whatever, we should be putting these people in mental health behind bars, whatever.
We shouldn't tolerate random stragglers terrorizing the neighborhood.
No, you should feel comfortable in your own neighborhood. You really should.
It's mental institution or the prison. Pick one.
Yep. Yeah, we've all unfortunately been in that situation, like you just mentioned. You're on a bus, you're on a train, you're on whatever. There's the person acting up, making noises, having outbursts, and you look. It's either you're alone or you look, like you said, you look at another guy. It's like, well, if it goes down, it goes down. But it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation, and the president did comment on it today, and he's very upset, and rightfully so. He said described the murderer as a madman and a lunatic, and saying they're evil people. Let's hear from himself real quick, shall we?
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country. I just
Could not agree more. I couldn't agree more with the president. We have to be able to handle that. And according to Legatus, and Jake mentioned it too, it was around before 10 p.m. apparently, and I believe Jake said it happened late afternoon. So late afternoon to 10 p.m. ish.
You need to be vigilant in those hours.
Absolutely.
From
be aware of your surroundings.
It was dark unless it was underground, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely would be dark by that time. But I would have definitely been eyeing anyone I came at that time. Yeah.
Well, it's broad daylight now. It's broad daylight now, so it's 24/7 now in certain cities.
It is. Oh yeah, even in broad daylight, you have to be totally aware.
Like half of the break-ins at my work were broad daylight, in front of everybody.
Wow.
Well, just to kind of something that I keep in mind, especially as a school teacher, is like you have to be constantly aware of what's going on around. I mean, this is why my school now has at least 2 police officers on campus at all times, if not, and then on some days we have 3 now, because it's just we have to protect ourselves, and it's kind of scary to think that we're at a point where a school is going to be going hire. Because we're hiring we're hiring police officers to come be on campus.
That's smart. I mean,
it's horrible that you have to, but you have to. That's reality now. We see what happened in Minnesota the other week. Horrible, horrific situation. I'm an advocate too. I believe teachers should be able to conceal carry if they want.
all the money we're pouring into the schools, and we can't afford some security. What the hell?
Yeah. You see guards at Apple stores. An Apple store, you protect your iPhones, but children.
Politicians get full detail. Kids can't get it.
I don't see
what's our money going to then.
I agree, totally agree, and so yeah, I think that's great perspective. And Lex, I have to ask too. Regarding the schools. So you mentioned you have 2 to 3 security guards. What's your opinion? How do teachers feel? Now. In general, what's the consensus of? Is it a real edginess? Is it like day to day, or is it just kind of a fleeting thing? When something happens, you think of it, or is it a day to day, constant on the mind type of thing?
For me, it's not something I'm not constantly thinking of it in terms of like fear or like a negative thing. I'm not afraid something's going to happen, but it's just kind of one of those constant. When I went to school, you could just get like into school. I teach now at one of the schools I went to myself as a kid, and that my mom went to, and that my uncles all went to, my grandparents went to. Like we've been there forever, and it's only in these last couple years that it's like, oh no, every window they're locked all the time. All the doors they're locked all the time because now you have to do that type of thing. The week that shooting happened at that Catholic school during a worship, during a mass, a couple days later, we actually, all of the teachers, all the Catholic schools in my diocese got together, hundreds of them gathered together. And it was like right on the tail end of that happening. And most people in Texas, they're not really too worried because still in Texas, it's like surely that could never happen here, right? But everywhere once used to think that.
Well, Texas had one of the worst ones, Uvalde, and then the cops showed up and they didn't even go in.
Oh man,
all to stand down. But
our cops are inside the building.
Perfect.
It's very good.
But it's just kind of one of those. You think about it. You wonder, I think, like especially like the weeks where something like that happens, you wonder what do you do in that situation? Because everybody knows, at least I think I know what I would like to do in that situation, but Until it happens, who knows? But what hit me, even in that story, was the stories of the older kids having to protect the younger ones and doing it, like pulling the younger kids down and like shielding them with their own bodies. And I was just thinking to myself, why am I in a situation where my children have to defend other children?
Unthinkable.
That's not there. I mean, I'm so like, I'm beyond proud to like hear that and amazed and just kind of blown away by them, but also outraged and livid that they are the ones being forced to do that, because
that's what shepherds are for.
The adults
won't do it.
Exactly. So I mean, at least at present, it still seems like more of a distant threat to me, and like not every school.
I think
had.
child abductions is far more likely. Child abductions is far
campus.
more likely in a lot of cases. It seems to be more prevalent of an issue because of the human trafficking and crazy stuff with that. You know, like
we're blowing their boats out of the water now, so maybe they'll go down a little bit. But yeah. Cole Hauser made a great point. You know, he said when he got to New York City, he didn't leave the train station, but there were National Guard in the station, so you felt safe. Well, you know, at least there's National Guard stationed there. But man, we're seeing crazy stuff in New York too. The lady got lit on fire last year. It was pretty bad. And
sorry, I thought the National Guard was an occupying force, and that,
it's racist.
No,
it's
an
racist.
Evil villain.
National Guard
occupying force who happens to be stationed here.
Yeah, speaking of racist, in Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn Heights Police Department in Michigan had just revealed America's first ever police badge to feature Arabic writing in order to reflect and honor the diversity of our community. So what do you guys think? It was suggested and it was issued and it was put forward. Police badges with Arabic writing. And thankfully, before we go too far on that, it was shot down. They reversed course, removed it. But it was initially approved. It was introduced, approved, and it was going to be being issued. But it was reversed after the pressure of public outrage. What do you guys think? You think we should have Arabic writing on our police's badges? I mean,
no,
I don't think so either.
Not until the trans flag is on there first.
Queers for Palestine. We don't want to forget. You know, got to be inclusive. Got to be inclusive.
Only include Arabic on the rainbow. Squad cars.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Like in Canada.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually for the police having a trans flag on their stuff. Do you know how much that would trigger the left? If the cops are wearing trans flags.
I mean, possibly. It might tick them off. Be like, we're anti-police. Oh, so you're anti-trans now? Okay.
Yeah.
We get it. You get it. You're transphobic, anti-police. Nah, it's pretty crazy in general. But
the Sharia law force.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking was, what kind of law are you enforcing?
Well, this just goes to show that we're not importing the type of immigrants that will integrate into our society. They want to change our society.
Yes,
yeah,
that's very true. It's very true, Corn Boy.
It's almost like if you leave the religion, you get threatened with murder.
Almost.
Yeah, something weird about that.
It just looks like incest to me, man. Have you seen the incest rate in countries?
Well,
especially.
If you notice, the family tree is more like a shrub, and it doesn't branch out too much. It's there's some very interesting people over there, and
it explains a lot.
Fan.
It really does.
It does. The IQ issues, the everything. You know, the
everything.
Sanitation. Pretty much. And I had to show this minor jump scare warning. John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy. He is a funny individual. He's got a good sense of humor. He's probably the funniest person. I think so. I don't agree with him on everything, but he's funny. He's funny. He's pretty based. We had an issue with the radioactive frozen shrimp from Walmart. And that foreign countries are sending to America. You may end up looking like this picture from the movie Alien, according to him. So he showed this. This is a real clip from the Senate floor. Let's listen for a minute. We're going to skip through a little bit. But according to Senator John Kennedy.
Mr. President, this is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien.
I don't know what it has to do with shrimp,
This
but
is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.
I suppose, if you say so.
Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. In late
That guy's doing a
August,
great straight face.
He's
the FDA found
the dude could be a stand-up comic.
that raw frozen shrimp from Indonesia was being sold in Walmart. Specifically in Walmart stores in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia. It was being sold under the Walmart label called the Great Value label. If you eat it, how could you end up
What's his
looking
explanation?
like
Let's see.
the alien in the Alien? Because the shrimp was radioactive.
Josh,
I
he
kid
watched
you
Spider-Man.
It had a radioactive isotope in it called cesium-137. It'll kill you. Even if it doesn't turn you into the alien if you eat this stuff.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. What do you guys think? You gonna eat the Walmart shrimp? Turn into an alien, or maybe you get alien superpowers like Spider-Man? You get bit by
Funny
a
how all
radioactive
those
spider?
states have plenty of shrimp on.
Yeah, it's almost like they're at the Gulf Coast states and all
Yeah.
that.
I don't know.
Where's their shrimp supply?
Louisiana.
I don't know.
Come
Yeah,
on.
like Cole House said, why buy shrimp from Indonesia when you can buy
Bubba
great
Gump-
shrimp here
where's
in
Bubba
Canada?
Gump at?
Yeah.
Cole Hauser, the Canadian shrimp isn't gonna turn me into an acid blood monstrosity. Hello?
Then I don't want it. There's no benefit then. I don't know. It's no, that was perfect though. John
I
Kennedy.
mean, we get
he kills me every
cesium
time.
shrimp. What's next? Cesium salami? That's a Transformers reference.
It is okay. Is that G1? I don't. Is it?
Yeah, it's the movie.
I've never seen that movie. Actually, unfortunately,
You
so.
really should.
Shocking, right? No, I should sometime. I had to share this. J.K. Rowling, she's a feminist. She's right on one thing, the trans issue. She's not exactly a right-wing individual, but she nails it on the trans thing. She basically says men cannot be women, and I agree. It says here from thatparkplace.com, we got to get your opinions on this. J.K. Rowling slams censor culture and authoritarian rule in the UK after comedian thrown behind bars. So many people don't realize there was a comedian in September 1st, 2025 at Heathrow Airport, comedian and sitcom creator Graham Linehan, known for Father Ted and the IT Crowd, was taken into custody by 5 armed police officers following his arrival from Arizona. The arrest stemmed from 3 posts on X that authorities allege involved incitement of violence against individuals identifying as trans. How sad. Linehan was detained, questioned, and afterward hospitalized due to high blood pressure. That's very unfortunate. As part of his bail, he's been banned from posting on X. Linehan may have posted the commentary in the United States indicating that the UK is willing to arrest individuals for online discourse once they arrive upon British territory. So that's setting a precedent. Can you post something in the United States from a United States device through the internet here, everything, and then fly to another country like the UK and be arrested for something you posted here? That's setting a precedent that's very concerning. What do you guys think? Well, I think if I go, I'm going to get arrested for the stuff I post on X.
Well, it all goes back to, if it's illegal in your country and you do it in another country, when you come back, you get arrested, right? Same thing in the U.S. I mean, it's illegal in his country to post whatever he posted now because of their authoritarianism. And
yeah, they would just ban us. They would just ban us because we're U.S. citizens. They arrested him because he's a UK citizen, I believe. That's
right.
Okay, very true.
So it doesn't matter where he did it because he's a UK citizen. He gets arrested there.
His laws follow him around, essentially. Too bad. UK is becoming a police state.
Now, I think later in this story, because I did read this one earlier, and if it wasn't this one, a number of UK politicians, even their very masculine and strongman prime minister, even he commented on how it's like, this is not what the police need to be spending their time doing.
No.
Yeah, however, good.
They seem
point,
to enjoy doing
PM.
it, though.
Good eye, PM. Have you considered doing something about making it so the police in the country that you run aren't focused on arresting people for mean tweets? And I don't know. I heard there were some gangs and things that the UK was dealing with, but I guess mean tweets.
Lying.
I mean, I guess that's okay.
Some Pakistani gangs that go around and do horrible.
Yeah, they must not have a whole lot of violent crime there
kids.
if they're getting this nitpicky.
He's going on TV and he's lying about what he's doing. I mean, they know they're telling cops to arrest these people.
But think
and then he's going on TV and saying like,
I mean,
yeah. Well, they're done for, and it's only a matter of time.
Well, that's very true, Bats. What were you going to say about the what the cops are dealing with?
Think about the anxiety he's causing. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's the reason they keep arresting people for causing anxiety. Yep.
Oh, words are violence, as they say. Yeah. And
but he also made Father Ted, and that was a great show.
I've actually never seen it, but no. So this guy's a comedian.
IT Crowd's legendary.
Comedians. Yeah. So the police apprehended him on suspicion of public order offense tied to those posts. J.K. Rowling. What the bleep has the UK become? This is totalitarianism. Utterly deplorable. I agree with her here. This is totalitarianism.
She better watch out. She might be next.
You never know. Her words captured the frustration and alarm among many who saw Linehan's arrest as a worrying symbol of authoritarian overreach. Famous cartoonist and satirist Scott Adams suggests it's now too risky to travel to the UK. Yeah, I could not take the risk of traveling to the UK. So people are just saying, whatever, I'm not going. It's too much of a hassle. I don't want to deal with it. And it's just too unfortunate, how far the mighty have fallen, the UK. You're arrested for mean words now over there. So very unfortunate situation. And that's that, I guess. But I just had to cover that. It's
So they're arresting English people for putting up the English flag, the St. George's flag. And they're also arresting people who do anything against any other country's flag. So they're basically saying the UK citizens are the enemy of the state, and everybody else in the world is who we're on the side of. So they're basically the enemy of the people in every way, shape, and form.
Very true. Yeah, they hate the people. They see the people as the enemy. And I just have to give a shout out. I apologize, guys. Restream is not showing the Kick chat on my end, but that's why I'm checking it manually. Chell just donated a channel membership over on Kick.
Hey,
we appreciate that, brother. Thank you for donating to the channel. Chell, you're awesome. Yeah, I see you streaming over there with Cornboy, Mario Kart with G&G. And thank you so much. That's why I'm checking manually. And guys, if you want to donate to the Kick channel, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. But thank you, Chell, so much. And unlike Beardo, I'm not saying K-Gel. I'm saying Chell. So we got it correctly.
K-Gel 3.
K-Gel, yeah. So, no, I had to point that out.
Doesn't matter how many times you tell them, they're not going to remember.
Never, actually.
Might even be a bit at this point. Who knows?
It could be, because I've tried to correct Beardo too, and he doesn't care. We have 10 more minutes. If we have time for other stuff, so be it. But Bets, I wanted to pull this up. I've got your post bookmarked here. You got your projects going on, and I find this pretty interesting because I like supporting, independent creators. The mainstream stuff is not too appealing nowadays. This is your post from today. I want to explain to us what it is, and we can go into the other link you sent me.
Yeah, so I write books as my hobby and my passion. I have a few out, but yeah, I recently started doing like a weekly short story series, which is a sci-fi comedy, basically over the top Warhammer 40K kind of like stuff going on.
Nice.
So yeah, this is the Ultra Xenophobe, who's a guy who has the most testosterone in the universe, and he is bent on killing the Xenos, and he's the only man that can do it. So I publish a story, a short story. It's like around 1,000, usually under 1,000 words, and I post it every week. And the following week, I post the audio for that, and I have like some visual representation for that. I just posted the new chapter for the audio, which is the Big Titty Goth Bimbo and her Turbo Sims. So
Is this
check it out.
Is this available on your Substack?
Yeah, all this stuff is also posted on my Substack as well. That also, so I mean, that's a social media page, but it also acts as just like an email list as well. So you can click that and just sign up for my email list, and you get all the updates I do for not just the short story, but my books as well. And I post YouTube videos as well, talking about story writing. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us because, I need to get into, I've been wanting to get into Warhammer. From the stuff I've seen, it seems like some pretty high tea. I love the genre of what I call space racism.
We need more like it.
Yeah. So
there's always, it's kind of faded away, but there's always been like controversy with Warhammer because it's like, the left has been trying to get in there and they've made some like steps forward, but they haven't completely overtaken everything.
Because the story is extraordinarily based, right?
And also the Warhammer people have gate kept very well. And
what is it, Warhorse? What's it, Warhorse Studios, or who's the ones that are trying to make it woke? I can't remember.
Oh, it's freaking A. What's the name of them? The people who own the IP. They're also they kind of suck because they're so money driven, and the fans. They make such awesome projects. Like you've probably seen some videos and stuff like that fans have made for free of Warhammer stuff, and they will go out of their way to take it down. And it's just like, man, these guys are keeping your IP alive. But yeah, no, it's the human faction in there. Like it's out of necessity, but yeah, they will kill any Xeno, any alien there is.
Fingers crossed for Henry Cavill's series.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I do not hold Amazon in high regard, but they did put out Terminalist and Reacher, so
it's possible, especially if they let him have some creative control. And
it sounds like he wants that. It sounds like he wants that based on what happened with The Witcher. So,
and if it doesn't pan out, then guess what? We have independent content like this from Bats and from other people, and it's pretty cool to see. And I hope it just keeps growing and keep us updated. I would love to see as things progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Warhammer is like it takes a while to get into. The world's really big and the lore is really cool, but it's way easier to get into my series. You just click on that audiobook. It's not, you don't even have to hear the last chapter. You just know that he's fueled by pure testosterone.
Nice.
And there to kill Xenos, and you can listen to any chapter on the road or whatever. They're about like 10 minutes for the audio.
That's awesome.
There's a couple of really good YouTube channels as well if you want like listen to lore and stuff. So
But that's the type of stories I like too. Self-contained, individual, kind of easily digestible. Just jump into it. You don't need to know. That's kind of where like things like the MCU have fallen off, and you need to do all this homework, and it's too bad. But so thank you for sharing that with us. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I just wanted to cover this because this kind of affects all of us. President Trump expanded no tax on tips to cover streamers and other online creators. So big win.
I was thinking this would happen. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so guys, those of us, we're monetized. I'm monetized on Kick right now. We're working on YouTube, hopefully by the end of the year.
And, I think Kick is coming out with new monetization methods because of this.
I think you're correct. So it's pretty cool to see. So like, guys, if you're into content creation, getting into it, been into it, whatever, you're not going to have to pay taxes on various methods. Obviously check with your accountant and stuff. But it's pretty cool announcement. I think that's awesome. And that kind of resonates, promises made. Promises kept right there. So that excites me a lot, actually. And so for everyone's generosity, it's not going to have to be paying taxes on it. So pretty cool. But I think we're going to wrap it up there. We're 5 minutes out from Off the Hip firing up. I do have to get the link ready for that. And we can work on some outros. We keep it at a short hour here. It's pretty condensed. We're going to do outros, and then we're going to check in with chat. But first, Corn Boy. Thank you, as always, every single week. We appreciate you being here. What are you going to be up to, and where can people find you? Your links are below.
Well, you can find me at cornboy_199 on YouTube. Hopefully, I'll be on the Mario Kart this week if they do that. They didn't get to do that last week with that Among Us stream, but maybe they'll bring it back this Wednesday night. And you could find me at Cornboy on Twitter. Follow me there.
Very cool. Very cool. So, guys, check them out. Link is below. And Magnum, We've got your links below too. Thanks for showing up every week. When you can, we really appreciate it. Appreciate your comments on stuff. We have your link to your Twitter below too. People follow him if you haven't. But tell people where they can find you and what you might be up to.
So you'll be seeing me around like I always have been for the last few weeks or months. I'm on Nerd Wars occasionally as well, and you'll see me in the chats. And whenever something big bubbles up, I'll let you know about that too. But I'll look forward to talking smack with everybody.
Heck yeah. Absolutely. And we appreciate you coming on as always. So guys, follow Magnum. Bats, first time on the channel. We really appreciate you coming on. Your input on these matters is greatly valued. Thank you. And your link is below. Tell people where they can find you, what you're going to be up to, what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. Best place to follow me is the Substack. This is the most efficient way. But if anywhere you're going to follow me on X at BatSauce for pretty much everything, on YouTube as well. Or it's Bats on YouTube now. But yeah, that's I keep people updated on what's going on. I'm working on 5 different stories right now. I work on a lot of different projects, so you're going to get content from me, and I can guarantee it's going to be entertaining. Not all of it's comedy, some of it's more serious, but yeah, a lot of it's comedy.
Absolutely fantastic. No, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be following closely. Hopefully, we'll have you on again if you would like to talk about how things progress, and that'd be great. And
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's great to have you on, and Lex. First time on the channel too. Thank you for joining us. And as always, it's fun going back and forth with you on Twitter with stuff. It's always a fun time. And we've got your links below. Tell people where they can find you, what you're going to be up to, or whatever.
The most active place to find me is probably in the chats that y'all all already follow. Other than that, if you're interested in the theological nonsense I go on, that's all on Twitter, X. I keep planning to start up more streaming type things, and then I keep ending up getting either another degree that I'm in or something else. So
yeah, that happens.
Life is busy, but there you go.
That happens. And I appreciate seeing you in all the chats. It's always good to see you. It's always good to have a little Protestant versus Papist discussion sometimes. I always enjoy it. It's always a fun time.
I'm the Papist, if someone was wondering.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I'm the Protestant of the discussion here. But no, it's great to have you on. Thank you, Lex, for joining us. And of course, guys, we're going to be raiding into Off the Hip with ABF. So it's good to see everybody. We're going to check in with chat one more time. Cole Hauser, praise our Roth. Thank you so much. You subbed to everybody. Thank you, Cole Hauser. Appreciate that. We have Jake Martin, as always. Thank you for joining us. You are a great mod. We really appreciate your work. Appreciate you for being here. Legatus, great to have you in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Snap, good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Better late than never. And we have Rizkit, as always. Thank you, Rizkit, for being here. Let's check in one last time. Yeah, great to see everybody. So I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat for Off the Hip with ABF right now. I believe they have Gooch on tonight. So go give them a raid. Yeah, go give them a raid. Tell them we sent you. Harass them. Give a good raid and a good hello for us. So have a good week, everybody. Next week, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Same place, same time. So we'll see you then, and have a good rest of your week.